I'm going to be ranking the best cards right now in NBA 2K23. My team, we have a tier list here that ranks from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and we have about 35 of the best cards in my team right now. Let me know in the comment section down below who are some of your guys' favorite cards in the game, and let me know what you guys would change about my tier list. But first card here on the best card tier list is going to be Galaxy Bam. I would say he's probably going to be in the B tier category. Maybe he goes down to C. I think I'm going to keep him in C tier for now. You guys got to remember, we literally have some of the best cards in the game right now, but Bam is still going to be a really good power forward. He's 6'9" with a 7'2" wingspan. He does give you some very solid defense, 91 interior defense, 88 block, 87 steal, 88 lateral quickness with an 88 perimeters. I mean, he's a good defender as well. He's a good defender with, you know, a lot of Hall of Fame defensive badges: anchor, box out beast, brick wall, clamps, interceptor, pogo stick, post lockdown, and rebound chaser as well. So I mean, Bam's gonna be a good defender. Jump shot wise, really not the biggest fan of his release, but all around I do think Bam gonna be still a very solid power forward. And then guys, next card here is going to be Galaxy Jason Tatum. Now he is going to be like a dark matter, or is it switched on it might be switched now on 2KDB. So after his Evo, he does go up to a 98 Galaxy Opal. Did they fix it on 2KDB? They did. Okay, yeah, so he goes up to a 98 overall Galaxy Opal, and basically he's going to be the same as his other Opal version, except now the fact that he does have his jump shot on quick timing, which is going to be really nice, and he does have the MJ dribble style as well. So for me, Jason Tatum probably going to be in the A tier category. He's really one of the best small forwards in the game. Next card here is going to be a Galaxy Anthony Davis. Is it crazy to put him in B tier? I don't think this AD card is really that great. Like, I do think he's better than a card like Bam, but I think as a card, Jason Tatum is probably a little bit better. So for me, I think Anthony Davis going to be in that B tier category. Bob Nedelecki, is he a top 5 card in the game? I'm not exactly sure. I would say he's most likely a top 5 card, but I'm gonna keep Bob Nedelecki in the A tier category for now. If you guys don't know, S tier is gonna be my top 5 cards in the game, so I don't want to put Bob Nedelecki in the top 5 yet because I'm not 100% sure, but he's most likely gonna be a top 5 card. Pink Diamond LeBron, I think, is probably also gonna be in the A tier category, very comparable to a guy like Tatum. I mean, if you're not really the biggest fan of this card, you could probably throw him in B tier, but the more that I've used this LeBron card, he's actually super elite and still one of the best small forwards. Glenn Robinson, I don't think this card is really anything too crazy. I think he's the collection reward for like 1,500 cards or whatever we're at right now for like the highest tier cards. That's what you get for him. So I mean, I don't think he's really that good of a small forward. Like, his stats are very average. His jump shots on normal timing really isn't a great jump shot. He has no good dribble sigs. I mean, this card debatably could honestly be in D tier. Like, I'm gonna throw him in D tier for now. Like, for the best card tier list, I think he's probably going to be one of the worst cards on this tier list. Galaxy Kazi Russell, easily going to be in the A tier category. Still a top 3 shooting guard in my opinion. Gives you really good offense. He might be a little bit undersized, but does have some really good defensive stats, and offensively still probably the best shooting guard in the game. Diamond Luol Deng, I think, is probably going to be in B tier. He is still really nice. He's still a really nice, you know, kind of diamond budget card. He's 6'9" at the shooting guard spot with a 7-foot wingspan. I mean, he does give you some really good defense, 96 steal, 96 lateral quickness with a 95 perimeter. Then he also has an 88 block and an 88 interior defense. I mean, the card's going to be great on the defensive end. You know, being 6'9" at the shooting guard spot is really nice to have. And he's also versatile because you can put him at small forward and he can be very successful there as well. And then jump shot wise, he does have a very good release with the Donovan Mitchell base on quick timing, and then he also does have the MJ dribble style and the D mid size up. The D mid size up is pretty nice as well. It's on a lot of cards in the game, but I do like his size up a lot. I think it makes the cards move a lot better. So Luol Deng, in my opinion, probably going to be in the B tier category. Galaxy Dolph Shays, I mean, he's basically a worse Bob Nedelecki. They're very comparable at the power forward position, basically the same card. And I'm also going to put Bob in the S tier category. I do think he's probably a top 5 card in the game right now. I would say he's a little bit better than guys like Bob Nedelecki. I would say he's better than everybody in A tier for now. So Bob Nedelecki, I think, is going to be in the S tier category. Now, Galaxy D-Mitch is probably going to be a lot higher on my tier list than a lot of people. I just like using this card a lot. I think he's really nice in game. Yes, he's only 6'1", so he's not going to be a good defender, but he plays a lot better defense than 6'1" in game for me. And he's so nice on the offensive end that he makes up for the lack of defense. And in my opinion, I do think he's probably a B tier card. Next card is going to be Pink Diamond D-Rob. I'm not sure if he's a top 5 card in the game since we got that Galaxy Yao Ming card, and he's no longer the best center in the game. So I'm probably going to keep him in A tier for now, but D-Rob is still a really good card, easily the second best center in the game, and a really good pick and pop big man. Dark Matter Dr. J, Once again, kind of like Bob Nedelecki, I think he'll probably be in the S tier category, but it's very close with him at the shooting guard spot. So I think Dr. J probably going to be an A tier. We all know his stats wise. I mean, he's a trophy case card. He's a dark matter. So he's going to have, you know, so many badges and some really good all around stats. He's a 6'6" shooting guard with a 6'11" wingspan, 20 Hall of Fame badges, which is absolutely insane. And then he's got basically perfect stats. I mean, there's nothing you can really ask more from stats and badges wise with this card. For me, his big flaw, not really big flaw, but one of the biggest flaws for this card is going to be his jump shot is really good, but his jump shot is a little bit slow, and if it was on quick timing, it would definitely be a lot better. It'd be nice if he had a good size up as well. He does have a good escape with Kobe Bryant, but doesn't really have a good size up on normal, and it would be nice if he got the normal leaner as well. That's kind of nitpicking with this card, but if he were to get those upgrades, I think he would easily be the best shooting guard in the game. But Dr. J for now, I do believe is probably going to be an A tier. Now this might be a little bit surprising. I'm gonna throw Pink Diamond Giannis in the A tier or in the B tier category. I still think this card is absolutely amazing, but I think some of these cards are just a little bit better at their position. For example, I think LeBron is a better small forward than Giannis. I think Tatum's a better small forward. And then at the power forward position, I think Dolph Shays and Bob Nedelecki are better power forwards than Giannis. If you wanted to throw him in A tier, I'm definitely not going to disagree with you. I think Giannis is still amazing, but I would say he's probably in the B tier category, but once we get his Galaxy Opal, he'll easily be in the A tier and maybe even S tier category. But for now, I'm gonna slot him in that B tier spot. Pink Diamond Iguodala, I think is actually probably in B tier. He's very comparable to a guy like Luol Deng. They're both amazing defensive shooting guards that aren't the greatest on the offensive end, but all around, I do believe probably going to be B tier cards. Galaxy Opal John Morant, I think is also in B tier. I think some people might honestly throw him in A tier. I haven't used him too much in game, or haven't really seen him too much in game, but he is 6'3" with a 6'7" wingspan. We know he's going to be elite on the offensive end, dunking on everybody. He has a great jump shot and pretty good dribble six as well. For me though, John Morant really doesn't play the best defense in game. For some reason, his player model really doesn't look to be the best, but honestly, I think you could argue John Morant in A tier. If you wanted to throw him in A tier, I definitely think that's debatable. For me, I'd probably compare him to a guy like D-Mitch in the B tier category. Diamond Joe Smith, now I'm not exactly sure where to put this card. I'm probably going to throw him in A tier because I do believe he's honestly one of the best small forwards in the game. Like, he's super underrated, being a 6'10" small forward with a 7'2" wingspan. I mean, his stats are super well rounded. He's got a great jump shot, MJ dribble style, Kobe Bryant escape, and the normal leaner as well. So for me, I think Joe Smith actually probably in the A tier category, a very elite small forward, very comparable to guys like Jason Tatum and LeBron James as well. Now, Galaxy Opal J.R. Smith might be a little bit surprising to a lot of people. I know some people are going to get mad, but I'm not really the biggest fan of this J.R. Smith card. I know he's really good. I know some people probably have him in B or maybe even A tier, but for me, yes, he does have a good jump shot, but other than that, he's not going to be a great defender. He doesn't have great triple sigs. He has a really weird size up with the Ray for Alston. So for me, I think J.R. Smith honestly going to be in the C tier category. Pink Diamond Hakeem, I do believe is probably going to be in B tier. I would say he's not on the same level as a guy like D-Rob. I mean, maybe he's honestly C tier, to be honest. I mean, I think Hakeem probably still in the B tier category. Not Pink Diamond, Galaxy Opal Sean Kemp, I do think is probably going to be in B tier. He is a really nice offensive power forward. I think he's a little bit better than a guy like Bam. I mean, honestly, I think you could throw him down to C tier, but if I were to do that, then I have to throw Bam up into B tier. It's really hard to do B and C tier because they're very comparable. Like, I'm not saying Bam is that much worse than Sean Kemp, but I do think Kemp is just a little bit better and maybe one tier above a guy like Bam. Now, Galaxy Opal Kawhi Leonard is a very interesting one. I do think he's honestly on the same level as guys like LeBron and Joe Smith, Tatum, all very comparable at the small forward position. So I think Kawhi probably going to be my A tier category. Obviously, still a very good defender and does have his jump shot on quick timing. Pink Diamond Kobe Bryant, I think, is going to be in B tier. I think for the shooting guard position, very comparable to guys like Iguodala and Luol Deng, at least for like his skill level at the shooting guard spot. They definitely have different play styles. Kobe being more offensive orientated, where Kazi Russell, though, I feel like is just a little bit better. Like Kazi Russell, Dr. J, I do feel like are just a little bit better than guys like Luol Deng, Kobe Bryant, and Iguodala as well. Kristaps, I feel like you have to have on the same tier as Hakeem. They're very similar at the center position. I kind of want to throw some guys down to C tier. I just feel like we have too many cards in B, but maybe I'll do that later in the video, kind of fix it up a little bit. Lamar Odom, honestly, I think Lamar Odom is really good. I kind of want to put him C tier though, just because of his badges. He doesn't really get some of the greatest, not greatest. He doesn't really get some of the best badges in the game, so he's missing out badges wise. I kind of want to move like Iguodala down to C, you know, Luol Deng down to C. But then if I do that, then I feel like I got to move like D-Mitch and I got to move like Kristaps. It's really hard to do B and C tier. I think I'm gonna keep it like this for now, but I might have to move B and C tier later in the video. But I think Lamar Odom probably gonna be in the C tier category. Larry Bird easily gonna be in C tier. I mean, he still has really good stats and badges, but this card's jump shot really is not it. I think he's honestly going to be in C tier. Magic Johnson, I do believe is probably going to be in B or A tier. I'm gonna throw him in A tier for now. I've definitely seen the light a lot more with Magic Johnson. I've seen why people do think he's the best point guard in the game. I would say for me, he's probably top 3 or 4. So I'd throw him in the B or the A tier category. Now, Galaxy Opal Yao Ming, I mean, this is the most obvious S tier selection of my life. This card is the best card in the game, and I know Tim Thomas is really good, but I don't think it's particularly close, at least for Yao Ming at his position. He's easily the best center in the game. He's 7'6" with a 7'9" wingspan. I mean, the card is just an amazing, like, demigod. Like, he can do everything on the court at a very high level. He knocks down threes, having his jump shot on quick timing, and a 78 3 ball. He's also really fast for a Yao Ming card in January. 80 speed, 80 acceleration. That's faster than guys like Kristaps, right? So he's just going to be super fast. He's an amazing defender, right? He's got some good Hall of Fame defensive badges, and it's Yao Ming. He's going to be unstoppable around the rim, being 6'7" at the center position. So for me, Yao Ming going to be in the S tier category. Cincinnati's pal, I think, is also on that same level as guys like LeBron, Kawhi, you know, Joe Smith, and Tatum. I think they're all very comparable small forwards and all around the same tier, in my opinion. Yeah, Galaxy with Don Ole, easily going to be in the A tier category. I do believe he's the best point guard in the game right now. Yes, Magic is close. Also, Penny Hardaway as well, who's the next guy on this list. I do believe is also going to be an A tier. Very good point guards. I think I might need to drop some people down into the B tier category. I think for me, I'm gonna drop Cincy down to B tier. I do think he's very close to guys like LeBron, Kawhi, Tatum, and Joe Smith, but I do think they're a little bit better. I think everybody else, though, I'm probably going to move Magic down to B tier as well, just because I feel like Penny Hardaway and Don Ole are a little bit better, and then maybe D-Mitch is very comparable in my opinion. Obviously, they're two different playstyles, but yeah, I think Magic and Cincy going to get dropped down to B tier. Still amazing cards, and you could definitely argue in the A tier category. I just obviously got to move some people around. I think Kareem, honestly, is Kareem in B tier or A tier? I'm not exactly sure where you'd put Kareem, because I think D-Rob is a decent amount better. So I'm going to throw Kareem in B tier. I think you could probably throw him in A tier if you wanted to. Diamond Shea, I think, has gone down a lot on my list. I'm going to still probably say he's in B tier. I think at the point guard position, him and Donovan Mitchell are very comparable in skill level. Also with guys like Magic and John Morant. So I'm going to throw Shea in B tier. I still do think he's one of the best point guards in the game. Galaxy Opal Terry Dischinger. Now, I do believe Terry is probably a top 5 card in the game. Now, that's me saying he's better than Dr. J. But if you wanted to throw Dr. J over Terry Dischinger, I don't think that's a crazy thing to say at all. But for me, I think Terry going to be in the S tier category. Tim Thomas also going to be in S tier. I mean, he's the second best card in the game. Really no explanation needed. He's been the best card in the game for a while until we got Yao Ming, so he's easily going to be an S tier. Tim Duncan, I do think, is an A because he's super versatile. He's going to be a really good power forward and a really good center as well. So I think for me, going to be in the A tier category. Galaxy Opal Zach LaVine, probably going to be in B tier. I think he's actually a super underrated shooting guard and better, and honestly on the same level as guys like Kobe Bryant. I think he's better than Iguodala, Luol Deng, and J.R. Smith. And then final card, guys, is going to be Zion Williamson, who I might throw in the S tier category. But basically, guys, we have to move one card from A tier into the S tier category because, like I said, S tier is going to be my top 5 cards in the game. So let me know in the comment section down below, out of every single card in A tier, which card would you move up into the S tier category? For me, this might be a little bit controversial. I'm thinking about throwing Zion Williamson in the S tier category. Now I'm thinking about D-Rob as well, Dolph Shays, Dr. J. Those would probably be like my other choices as well. These 3 cards right here, Dolph Shays, Dr. J, and D-Rob. I think you could definitely consider being in the S tier category. For me, though, I think Zion is the second best small forward in the game, right behind Tim Thomas, and all around as a card, I do believe he's the 5th best in the game. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my best card tier list, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.